Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Saturday. It's above 20. So guess what? The dogs are outside again. Yay. Man, I tell you, when it gets down like that, it is a lot of extra work to, keep these dogs all rotated through the yard. And it's cold. It was like -5, I think, actual temperature. And I think the wind chill got down to like -20 there a couple days. So it was really, really cold. Anyhow, I been watching a few videos this morning, and seems like there's some real good stuff going on. The people that I am subscribed to, been having some good luck with some things, and I'm glad to see that. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend and all their blessings out there. You got to count them sometimes and try to keep track of what you got, because like everybody always says, it could be gone any second. I'm not really up to speed on any of the recent yards or anything that's been taken, as far as what people are talking about recently. It's a shame, though. I tell you, my whole point of being here really is to try to show how I care for my dogs, and to have record of how I care for my dogs. It kind of helps a little bit sometimes to have reminders, that hey, it's springtime coming up. It's time to get them 7-in-1s ready. Got to get the shots. And around here, we have. I've never actually met any of the people that work for the animal control or whatever, that the county where I got to take my my rabies certs. Besides the lady at the front desk there, they've got a couple gals that actually run around and do the field work. But the lady in the office is super nice. I always go in there and give her my money and pay to keep my dog's rabies registration up to date and everything. Do the best I can to try to promote the breed in a positive way. Sometimes I do fall a little bit short, as everybody does. If you can't admit that, well, damn, sorry. But like I said, I try to show the reality. There was a lot more help here. It's me alone now here. So I used to have 3 boys and my wife to actually help with all this stuff, which made it a lot easier. Distribute the work a little bit, and everybody has a responsibility and a chore. I was watching some videos, and I noticed that people are saying that we need to fight back against these animal rights activists, and I'm really at a loss of words on this and with what all is going on. It's been going on for a long time. Like some of you folks know. They call it a witch hunt, and it more or less is. They're trying to eradicate these dogs for whatever reason. There's people out there that are breeding all kinds of dogs. These dogs are working dogs. They'll do just about anything and do it well. And it's really sad that people can't understand, respect their history, and then at the same time respect where they're at today and the things that they can be used for, such as hog hunting and vermin control, predator control, things like that are actually necessities out in the rural areas. I've got some people that watch my channel from rural areas, and I've got some people that watch it from city areas. Me currently, I'm kind of living on the edge of town, but I'm a country boy. I grew up in organizations such as 4-H. We actually raised cattle, like I've said before, and I showed cattle. Like people show their dogs, and I've showed mine. I've actually showed cattle in the same manner. You take your cow out there, you buy it at a certain time each year, and you feed it and work with it and get it used to you combing its feet and touching it and doing all sorts of different things because you got to, fit them up just like you do a dog for a show, more or less. So, you do all that, and then you get this thing used to you being around people, and you show it around and take it to all the county fairs and participate in these shows, and you're representing your county, your family, and a bunch of different other things that, your morals, what you're actually about. This organization that I'm talking about, 4-H, if anybody doesn't know what it is, I don't know if it's everywhere, but I'm assuming it's pretty much a national wide thing. But it's a great organization that teaches kids, the ins and outs of life. There's a bunch of different things that kids can do in there. I highly suggest you get your kids involved in that too. I tried to get mine involved. I'm still going to keep trying, but you can pretty much do anything you want in there as far as dogs, animals, chickens, rabbits, any of that stuff. And you don't necessarily have to breed your own animals. You can go out and purchase one and then take it and participate in this activity and learn about it. And it's a good thing. Like I said, the only hope we have against these animal rights activists, or what I call animaniacs, people that don't understand things like I raised my own cattle and I spent all that time with them feeding them, and then guess what? I took it and I sold it at auction. My uncle bought it. Good old Uncle Tom. He's a farmer. He bought it and we butchered the cow. Guess what? I ate some of it. Tasted great. So that's how it goes, year after year, growing up, trying to do that type of thing, different activities. Then you get into high school and you're learning about other organizations like FFA, Future Farmers of America. There's another organization that could possibly help us with problems like we're fighting now, where they're trying to eradicate our dogs. Some of those people did have some big yards. I could never care for 100 dogs. There's no way in hell that I could do that. I just haven't got the patience. 7 is my max. I mean, I'm literally, it's a full-time job here after I get home from working if I'm able, and it's a permanent job all the time. It doesn't stop. So like I said, it's been cold. I've been out there rotating dogs like crazy. If you don't want a damn garage smelling like piss and shit, you got to rotate them. You got to keep moving all the time, So that's just how it is. People understand that. People know what that's about. It's trying to keep your dogs warm when it's cold. And, you can't just fit 100 dogs into a garage like I've got out there. It just don't work. I've got to partition them off like I've got. You've seen how I keep it set up out there. So, like I said, I'm doing the best I can. I'm not here to try to prove anything. Other than that I care for my dogs and that I feel like they're just about as good as like everybody else does, That a lot of people have pride in their dogs. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody should feel like their dogs are great and be willing to go out and participate in weight pulls, shows, high jumps, dock dives, things like this with their dogs in order to show their dog's ability. Their dogs enjoy it. If you ever seen a dog working, you can tell that dog's having fun. So that's what these dogs are for. They were always designed to have some sort of a purpose, whether it be, watching the yard, the family, whatever, or catching the biggest bull and keeping him in line, whatever it been. These dogs have always had some sort of a purpose, so why shouldn't they keep that? People want these dogs that are couch potatoes. Can't have a dog living outside. Well, I don't agree with that. That's just how I was raised. We had animals that lived outside, all kinds of them. Dogs are perfectly fit to live outside. They actually, mine technically don't even really live outside. They got, heated partitions in there that they go into when it's below 20, that's 50 degrees inside. So they're not out there in them houses when it's cold. Um, we're doing the best we can, man. And as far as about this beef shit and all this other crap, I was just fucking around the other day. If dude takes that shit personal, well, fuck him. I don't like him anyways. He already knows that. He's been disagreeing with me. No, that ain't some just bullshitting back and forth. He's basically taking a few shots at me, so I'm not going to sit there and fucking listen to it. If you all want to, that's great. Just imagine what's going to happen if you piss him off or whatever else. I mean, says something about like I'm trying to chase clout or something, whatever the fuck that is. Man, my channel ain't grown much. My channel's been small. I like it small. I ain't trying to be like you, buddy. I really ain't. It's pretty clear that you came here. You were, you had a bunch of videos about dogs and stuff, and then you had started making videos about Bulldog Man, whatever the fuck his name is, and then your shit kind of started skyrocketing. So that obviously helped build your channel up. That's what I would consider what the fuck you're saying I do. Anyhow, and then, it's not just him, it's with everybody. You seem to want to be looking for reasons to fuck with people. And if you think that's helping the dogs out any, I'm here to tell you it ain't. And I hope that if anybody feels anything that I'm doing is not helping the dogs out, that they would at least comment and reply to me and say, hey, man, I don't know about this. Just like you guys should. If you see somebody doing something with their dogs that you don't really feel is doing a good thing, you may not have to directly comment on their thing where the whole world can see it. Maybe send them a message or something. Call them if you got their number. I tell you what, I got a few phone calls from people that have been watching my channel from the fucking get-go. They're still watching. They still agree with me. They feel like I do a good job with my dogs. They say it shows. That's great. I appreciate that shit 100%. That makes me realize that what I'm doing is showing reality here and the best that I can. Then you get some new guy that calls. Hey, I live just about an hour down the road, man. I've got your number from that video you dropped the other day. Man, I just want to say thanks. He's told me what kind of dogs he's got and stuff. Maybe me and him are going to link up. Might have a new friend there, I try to reach out and help people if I'm able, you know what I mean? But he says, you motivate me, man. He's like, I see you getting up out there walking your dogs all the time, and if you can do it, I can do it. So that makes me get up and go. So there you go. 2 people that see the reality and that can understand what I'm trying to do. Those 2 people mean more to me than you disagreeing with me and saying that my bloodlines are garbage and that there haven't been no good dogs for them from these lines, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to say. You don't like my dogs now because I done told you there's a little bit of staph in there probably. That's cool too. I don't give a fuck. My dogs are my dogs. So, anyhow, enough of that shit. I ain't trying to beef with nobody. I ain't going to go back and forth. I ain't going to take my shirt off and do my flexing shit for y'all again. Yeah, I was just fucking around. As you know, is fucking just getting ready to be fucking -5 out. I mean, that was the first of the snow that we got. And I was out running the dogs in it, and it was still 30-some. Then it dropped, man. It went pew, all the way down to fucking 0. So, yeah, I got busy real quick there, didn't I? That's why I ain't been on here. But no, I ain't trying to, I'm just worrying about me, bud. If you're watching, if you ain't watching, I don't even care. People share my shit to you, whatever, bud. I'm just trying to hang out, do me. So, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Just rambling a little bit. Got to get out there and scoop some shit real quick. And then I got a few errands to run. And then, who knows? I think the boys are coming at 1. Maybe we'll fuck around and have some fun with the boys if it's warm enough later on. So, anyhow, everybody have a good day. Yes, I'm here to help. I'll go fucking holler at them bastards. I ain't got nothing to hide either. I'll go fucking fight them folks for you. I gotta go back and watch the video again and get the damn... But yeah, we do need to stand up against these people. I agree with that, and that's more or less what I've been trying to do the whole time. So hopefully y'all have watched all my videos. I know some people have been there since the start and, know what I'm about. Other people may not. So take the time, go down and just watch a few of them. You ain't got to watch them all. It's a lot of this shit. Me rambling with a dog mostly walking. So, when you get my ugly ass on here, it's really unfortunate for you. I'm sorry. So, anyhow, have a good day, everybody. Stay real. And don't listen to all the bullshit, man. All that beefing and shit. The fuck is that? I mean, if you guys are here to fucking to gain popularity, which I get that. That's a thing now. People are trying to get YouTube famous and shit like that. I'm not one of those dudes. I ain't trying to be that dude. So if you're trying to be that dude, cool. I might watch you on the way, but hey, I'm trying to stay low key, enjoy my dogs, enjoy my time here. And I ain't here to expose people and try to make motherfuckers look bad and make myself look good either. So, we just dog people. We do dog things. No babies. Mamas. Alright, there's a dog in the video, so y'all can't bitch, right? That's old Desi girl again. My mama, she loves me. Good girl. Not looking too bad for an old retired confirmation champion that still goes out there and fucking gets banged up on shit because she's crazy. Huh. She's a crazy dog. But like I said, trying to do the best I can. Have a relationship with your county peoples. At least go in there to pay them the money. Put a face with the dog so they ain't just coming to your door, knocking on your door, and not knowing who you are already. That's how we fight that shit here. I don't know about where y'all are at, but gotta try to do the best you can to stay within the regulations of shit, and then you don't have to worry. That's all there is to it. So remember that, folks. Be good or be good at it, like I always say. Peace out. Have a good weekend.